Arsenal paying a visit to Man City. Biggest game of the season. If you know, you know what this really means. Welcome to the Rokani Media Football. How are you guys? And we're watching us from a go by the names of Rokani David in here. And guys, tomorrow is really going to be a very big day. And it's the title decider in there for you. If Arsenal go ahead to beat the side of City, City out of the title race. If City beats Arsenal, then it will be going onto the wire, as if Man City wins its game in hand, they'll be level on points with the club of Arsenal. Remember, Arsenal went ahead to play in the midweek against Sporting Lisbon, and Sporting Lisbon almost tore Arsenal apart. And I really went ahead to make a video, and I really warned Arsenal fans that if at all you're going to go at Etihad and behave like how you behave when you're playing against Bournemouth, Southampton, and which other team? What is the team called? And Sporting Lisbon, then Man City is obviously gonna tear you apart, because City is in the best form of its life this season. So please, Arsenal fans, mark my words. I'm not a hater, but I'm just trying to be a prophet of doom if Arsenal don't really put out a performance that is really required. I've already gone ahead to obviously put out what I call the probable Man City starting 11 in there for you, and it's the video that I've gone ahead to upload before I went ahead to obviously put in this one. Now, let's go to the season so far. City hosting the game is second, and Arsenal is first. City is having 64 points. Arsenal is having 70 points. So that means the point difference is 6, with City having a game in hand. So City have scored 63 goals and Arsenal have gone ahead to obviously score 62 goals. That is it. Then City has conceded 28 goals. Arsenal has gone ahead to concede 24, meaning that City has conceded 4 more than the club of Arsenal. 333 shots by City. 165 shots of those have been on target. Then 168 shots have been off target. 127 have been on target. For Arsenal, they've just had 328 shots. 157 have been on target. 174 have been off target. 142 shots have been blocked by the opponents that Arsenal's gonna have to face. Man City averages a passing accuracy of 88.53%, whereas Arsenal average has a passing accuracy of 84.19%. 3 points have been gained by Man City from losing positions, and Arsenal has gone ahead to obviously gain 9 points from losing positions. 15 points dropped from a winning position, that is it, and 9 points have been dropped from and 9 points have been dropped from a winning position in there for you by the club of Arsenal. So City has dropped 15 from a winning position. Arsenal has really lost 9 in there for you. Now, from there, we obviously head to what we call the recent games. In the Premier League, Arsenal was beaten by a side called AFC Bournemouth at the Emirates, and City went ahead to go away in London to really destroy a team known as Chelsea at the Stamford Bridge by 3-0. Previous meetings, 196 won by Man City. They are 58. Then Arsenal's gonna have to win 92. Draws are 46, right? So they've gone ahead to draw 46 times. Previous meetings, in the League Cup final, Arsenal was beaten by 2-0. At Emirates this season, Arsenal drew with Man City 1-1. And come what we call the last game they played last season at the Emirates, Arsenal beat City by 5-1. That is it. And indeed, they've gone ahead to obviously cause the required havoc to that side. You're heading to the team news. Let's start off with the club of Arsenal. Now, Arsenal is not having Mikel Merino and Bukayo Saka. Those two are totally out of this game of football. But Julian Timber, Manoni Madueke, who else? Martin Odegaard, Ricardo Carafiori might obviously show up in this particular game of football in there. And I think tomorrow morning we'll be given an update on who has gone ahead to travel with the club of Arsenal and who has not gone ahead to travel with the club of Arsenal in there for you. For City, it's Ruben Diaz, totally out. Jesco Vardio, totally out. And John Stones are totally out. The rest of the players are readily available. Now, that leads us to the probable starting 11 for the side of Arsenal as they take on City. And let's obviously get on down well with it. We do have the system 4-2-3-1 for the club of Arsenal. And in goal, they're obviously going to be having David Raya, no doubt about it. Right back, Benjamin White rested for the full game as Arsenal drew with Sporting Lisbon at the Emirates, and Mosquera was being played into that position. I don't know whether the manager will stick with Mosquera or Benjamin White, but I think it's going to be Benjamin White. Left back, Lewis Kelly or Hinkapie. I know Hinkapie will be into the mix to obviously take on that position. Centre-back pairing, Gabio Magalhaes, left-sided centre-back, and Saliba, right-sided centre-back. No doubt about it. But they need to raise up their game. That entire backline has been looking badly. If you've been following up the game of football, they've been looking bad. They're looking badly off, and they need to raise up their sockings in this particular game of football. As this season of Arsenal in the Champions League and the Premier League, they've been backing or hinging so much onto their central defense. That's why I tell them that that defense has to be well worked on into the mix. So from there, we obviously head to what we call the midfield. Zubimendi, Martin, and Declan Rice playing the double pivot. Obviously, they'll come in through. Central attacking midfielder. I think the manager always deploy Ebelechi Eze, though not having a very good, huge game against the club known as Sporting Lisbon, but being his second game, coming from injury, you give him a benefit of doubt. Now, right forward, Noni Madueke, I know he'll obviously make it, right, into this encounter. Then left forward, I would start Leandro Trossard, and I don't start Martinelli Gabriel. Leading the line, it's really going to be Gabriel Jesus in there for you, for the club of Arsenal. So that is exactly how things really pan out. And for City, I went in for Donnarumma in goal, Nunez, right back, left back, Nico O'Reilly, centre back pairing. You do have Kusanov, right-sided centre-back, left-sided centre-back. You go with a player called Mark Gehi in the midfield. It's gonna be Bernardo Silva and Rodri in the double pivot. Then playing in the central attacking midfielder number 10 role, Ryan Cherki. Right forward, Semenyo, left attacking midfielder. Or left forward, you'll talk about Leandro Trossard. And then leading the line is really going to be Erling Haaland in there for you. So that is my probable starting 11 for the side of City that I've already gone ahead to upload in there for you. Now, from there, I want us to go to my prediction. That is it. All I read to you some facts, Arsenal fans might be really scared. 1. Man City are unbeaten in their last 10 Premier League home games against Arsenal. 7 wins and 3 draws since a 2-0 loss in January 2015 under Manuel Pellegrini. So, 10 games, City are really unbeaten against Arsenal at Etihad. Secondly, Arsenal are unbeaten in their last 5 Premier League games against Man City. 2 wins and 3 draws, having lost 12 in a row against them before. So Arsenal is bridging the gap in between the Man City in that particular style. Thirdly, 4 months with at least 10 games played, April is Man City's best under Pep Guardiola in terms of points per game, 2.5, and the win rate is 79%. Meanwhile, it's the worst month for both of those for Arsenal under Mikel Arteta, 1.5. That is really bad, and those are points per game scored, and Arteta has averaged a winning rate of 42.3%, and this is not the winning rate that he would want when your team is in the final corner or final bend of the season. So that is really very bad. This is the latest into the season. Man City, 33. Man City are facing the league leaders since April 2012 when they beat Manchester United 1-0 at Etihad Stadium on March 36 en route to winning their first ever Premier League title. So City, this is their 33rd game they're going to be playing when they are playing the table leaders. Man City are unbeaten in their last 14 Premier League home games since losing 2-0 against Spurs in their opening match at the Etihad this term. They've netted at least twice in 12 of these 14. So Arsenal needs to know about it. Arsenal have lost their last 3 matches in domestic competition against Man City in the EFL final, Southampton in the FA Cup, and Bournemouth in the Premier League. They last lost 4 consecutively in February/March 2018, which included defeats to Man City in the EFL final and Premier League. So you heard that very well. So Arsenal has to do a lot in there for you. Manchester City's Brian Cherki is averaging an assist every 138 minutes in the Premier League this season, 10 assists in 1,384 minutes. Of players to play 1,000 plus minutes in a single campaign, only Cesc Fabregas in 2016-2017, 111, and Kevin De Bruyne in 2023-2024, 123 have had a better average. Have you heard of that? So we wait and see that. Arsenal's Eberechi Eze has either scored 2 or assisted 1 a goal in each of his last 3 appearances against Man City in all competitions, setting up Gabriel Martinelli's 90th minute equalizer in the reverse fixture. So guys, you know why the manager known as Mikel Arteta has to start this guy. And who am I talking about? I'm talking about Eberechi Eze. So guys, thank you guys for watching through. My prediction is, if Arsenal is to get a result from this game, I see a draw written all over this game. But if it's a win, I see City winning this game of football. I don't see Arsenal walking away with a win. If it's a win, it will go to City. The best Arsenal can fight for in here, as they've always gonna hate to do in the previous season, it's a draw in there for you. So guys, your reaction to this are welcome in the comment section below. Rokani David is my name. I'm out.